Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are testing out the JAMESON 18-year-old. I mean, man, I have been waiting a long time to try out this baby. Since we are approaching spring, it's time to put away the wine and start opening up some whiskey. If you're a first-time whiskey drinker, then start off with JAMESON. Because it is triple distilled, you'll find it much smoother than any other type of whiskeys. And a good start to any whiskey is JAMESON Select Reserve because it is smooth, and they say it's around 12 years of age. This is some smooth whiskey. Today we are taking it up a notch because 18 years should be even more smooth. Let's have a look. Has a really nice box. I mean, you got this nice copper, which is the material obviously used in the copper distilleries. So nice touch. And then you have this beautiful bottle. Looks almost like the blender's dog, but this is 18 years lying in a barrel, and I cannot wait to taste it. Well, I did taste it, as you can see. I've already poured myself a drink the other day, and my god, it was so good. But I have to try it and compare it to the normal JAMESON Reserve and see the 12-year difference compared to 18 years. I mean, is this really worth the price? 4 times the price. But the first time I've tried it, I was like, man, there's no need to even add anything, no water, no cubes. It is just so good. But today I'm going to do a blind test comparing the JAMESON Reserve with the 18-year-old JAMESON. And I'm going to mix my glasses and try and figure out which one is JAMESON Reserve and which one is that 18-year-old. So let's get to it. So I have a wine glass here because I want to do the legs test. This is a small trick to confirm the aging of the whiskey. I don't have a whiskey tasting glass, so this is the closest I can get to that shape. So put some whiskey in here, and now, as you can see, the color, give it a small twist, and then have a look at that liquid coming down the glass. This gives you a good indication of that age statement. The faster it comes down, the younger the whiskey is. So they say that JAMESON Reserve is 12 years. As you can see, it is coming down. It is coming down a bit, not too fast. That kind of confirms that this has been in the barrel for some time. So, whew. A little bit of a nose test. Slight hints of lemon. A little bit of that shortbread, biscuity. JAMESON Reserve is 43% alcohol, so make sure you open your mouth and sniff in. You don't want to fry any brain cells. Ooh, lovely. I mean, this is my go-to drink on a weekend. I mean, it is priced really well, so beautiful. Okay, so pour that in. Time for the JAMESON 18-year-old. Let's give it a test. So, put some in the wine glass. Alrighty. Have a look at that color. I mean, look at that, people. The darker the whiskey, the older it is. So, same process. Turn the whiskey in your glass until it coats the cup on all sides. Okay, and as you can see, JAMESON 18-year-old. 18 years in selected bourbon and sherry casks in first-fill bourbon barrels under the watchful eyes of head blender Billy Layton. The reward is a mellow complexity revealing a story of wood, spice, and subtle toffee. Our history may go back over 230 years, but you only need to go back the last 18 to sip on perfection. Bold statements. Bourbon and sherry cask. I mean, sherry gives it that nice spice. Letting that age in a sherry cask barrel just gives it even a good depth of flavor. So let's pour this in the glass. Now let's have a look at these two babies right here. This is JAMESON Select Reserve, and this is 18-year-old JAMESON. Let's have a look again. I mean, the color is by far almost similar. I mean, 12 years versus 18 years, the color is so close. So in Jameson Select Reserve, these are matured in selected flame-charred barrels. The result is smooth and luxurious taste, uniquely spicy and vanilla sweetness and nutty notes. If I view this from the top, the Jameson 18-year-old is much darker, but from the side, let's taste these babies. I'm going to mix them up and guess which is the 18-year-old and which is the 12-year-old. I have no idea what is what now, so let's have a sniff. Lemon, very lemony. Man, you can actually smell the difference. This has really subtle flavors. It's not that pungent to the nose.
I think he started drinking again.
Oh boy, can you smell it?
No, I can't smell it.
Well, if you can't smell it, then he hasn't been drinking.
Oh, you don't always smell from a drink.
Yes, you do.
What about one drink? Would you smell from one drink?
Yes, you would.
It's almost like you have to put your nose right inside that cup just to smell. I mean, both are 43%, so Billy Layton really did a good job with those notes, because man, I can tell you right now, this is 18-year-old. Whew, it is so strong. That spicy note just hits that nose. I mean, you can distinguish for yourself 12-year-old from the 18-year-old. I mean, you can easily separate the two whiskies just by sniffing them. And it's clearly Jameson Reserved, an 18-year-old. So let's give the Jameson a taste. Spicy, definitely spicy. You got that spiciness hitting the back of the throat. That initial lemon taste comes through. And this ends off with a spicy note. And now for the 18-year-old. Whew. Man. It's almost like a flame going down. It is so warm. It just coats the throat as it's going down. And from that legs test that I've done with the wine glass, that'll kind of show how old the whiskey is, because the same way it goes down the glass, it's the same way it coats the back of your throat and goes down. It is absolutely warm notes flowing through. That initial lemon taste, and then you get that spicy note. I don't get the toffee. They say toffee. I don't get a toffee. There is a slight caramel note coming through, but only when you sniff. I don't get it when I taste it. Yeah, definitely not. It's first that lemony note, then that spicy note just flows down and this warms you inside. I mean, I already feel nice and warm. Whew, that is a good whiskey right there. For a Irish triple distilled, I mean, this is a perfect gift for people that do not drink whiskey and want to start off with whiskey. A smooth Irish whiskey, a little bit on the expensive side, but that better be a good friend if you're giving a gift like an 18-year-old Jameson. A 12-year-old Jameson Select Reserved, I mean, this is still good. I love Jameson Select. It is still smooth. Man, that shortbread, that note is phenomenal. It is so good. It just too nice, really too nice. Let's now try a little water in here and see how it really opens up that alcohol. Okay, so I have some filtered water here. This is still water. Let's put in a drop. Okay, that is the 18-year-old for the Select Reserve. Okay, maybe a little more on the 18-year-old. There we go. Give it a small swirl. Adding that water gives that 18-year-old a beautiful shine. I mean, just have a look at this. Shining, that beautiful goldish color. I mean, man, that looks good. The Jameson Select Reserve looks very similar. It does open up the whiskey a little. As you can see, it is gone a little colorless, but the 18-year-old still keeps a beautiful color. So let's have a taste, shall we? Select Reserve. This is how I normally drink my Select Reserve. Little water or a cube. Man, that is smooth. Woo, that is beautiful. The 18-year-old. Wow, that is different. You clean my palate. Let's try that again. Still really good. I mean, adding that bit of water just releases a little different flavor. I'm trying to figure out that note, but it's a bit difficult. It seems like that caramel opens up when you add water. I mean, I did not get the caramel or that toffee without the water, but once I add a little water, now I'm getting a toffee caramel taste that's kind of coating the back of the throat. And it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I still prefer drinking the 18-year-old neat just like that. I mean, it is beautiful. Once you add in that water, that toffee note hits the back. Still very spicy in the end, but really warm. So winter's day, this is a perfect drink. Back to the Reserve. I mean, the water in Select Reserve just makes it smoother, goes down like water, so it is very smooth. I mean, that is triple distilled right there. Whereas the Scottish only distilled twice. The Irish way kind of looking for that much smoother finish. Time to end this Jameson Reserve. Still really good. Still smooth, neat with water, even with the ice cube. I mean, cannot go wrong for the price of Jameson Select Reserve. 18-year-old, 4 times the price. Something you want to sip once in a while, once a week, celebrate any special occasion. I mean, want to give a gift to a really close friend, a really special friend, or maybe your dad who is into whiskey. Otherwise, I would still go with Jameson Select Reserve just because of the cost. But I mean, the 18-year-old is beautiful. It is so smooth and so relaxing on the body, so warm on the back of your throat. It's just phenomenal. I mean, I love this. This is definitely a once a week drink. Man, ooh, that is good. Okay, and to end off, the 18-year-old, last sip. I mean, that was just 2 shots of whiskey. I am already so warm inside. I can feel my face losing its structure, but I mean, still 2 beautiful whiskeys. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. I hope you try these whiskeys, whether it's Jameson Reserve or Jameson 18-year-old, and let me know down in the comments below, what do you think between these 2 whiskeys? Do you like them? Do you prefer Scottish? Let me know. Anyways, I will see you on the next one.